Security Secretary says border crossings dropped by 50% since Title 42 was lifted, but says it's too early to tell whether the surge has peaked. Department of Homeland Security officials report about 11,000 encounters on Tuesday and 10,000 on Wednesday. On Friday and Saturday, there were 6,300 and 4,000. KXAN's Tom Miller talked with Texas Politics Project Director Jim Henson about the politics of lifting Title 42.
Does the fact that we didn't end up seeing this widely predicted surge at the border with Title 42 ending, at least not yet, does that change things politically for Abbott or the White House?
Well, I mean, I think it changes things in a small kind of tactical way, if you will. Expectations were so high for such an immediate surge and to see a crisis brew on something of a timetable that it probably in the short run breaks reasonably well in political terms for the Biden administration, a little less well for Governor Abbott, I suppose. But I think these are all very minute kind of short-term considerations, given what we know about the unpredictability of flows in the border and even seasonality.
We saw Abbott sending these extra troops to the border. He even pulled some troops out of Austin to go there. Does that now appear to be an overreaction, or does it look like a plan that worked?
Well, I mean, I think that's going to be in the eye of the beholder. I think there is nothing that the governor can do to signal that he's increasing his efforts on the border that will not play well with Republican voters. Democrats likely skeptical of this anyway. I think in some ways the underlying politics of moving the DPS troopers from Austin to the border and discontinuing either temporarily or not the added enforcement at the municipal level in Austin actually provides some cover for solving something that was a little bit of a political problem for both Democrats and Republicans.
And Jim, we're starting to see the Republican field, the primary field for president, taking shape. It's getting more crowded. We heard Rick Perry over the weekend saying he's not ruling that out, the former Texas governor. Do you see potentially current Governor Greg Abbott or Senator Ted Cruz jumping in?
At this point, I think Donald Trump is dominating this field in a way that has made it harder for the likely Texas candidates to get in the race. They still have time to get in, as everybody is sort of noting, but I think unless we see some dramatic change in former President Trump's status, I don't expect that any of the candidates being talked about right now will jump in, and that's a function both of Trump's position and also where I think each of the prospective candidates are right now in their own political trajectories.
Jim Henson, director of the Texas Politics Project, thank you so much for talking with us.
Great to be with you, Tom. Thanks for having me.